Hey everybody, I want to go over the ear anatomy for this video. This structure is called the external ear. Sometimes we call this external ear a pinna or an auricle, so you can use any of those terms. This eardrum, we call this the external auditory meatus, the structure here. Hopefully that sounds familiar from the skeletal system. And so this structure here would be really your external ear here, your middle ear, which is in the middle, and in the bone here, if I kind of helicopter this over here, will be your inner ear. So inner ear, middle ear, external ear. External ear, middle ear, inner ear. So if we look in the middle ear, what separates the external ear and the middle ear is a structure called the eardrum or the tympanic membrane, right? And in fact, if you look here, this structure here is going to be called the eustachian tube. And this eustachian tube is going to take fluid from your middle ear and actually funnel that right to your throat. Right. So if we take out this eardrum, the structure here, this is going to be your eardrum or tympanic membrane. And if you flip it over, this structure here is going to be called your malleus, right? And sometimes we call that the hammer. So this would be your malleus, your incus, and sometimes we call this the anvil. And so the malleus up here attaches directly to the eardrum. The incus attaches directly toward the malleus. So this is the incus, malleus. And then the stapes is going to be this structure here. So it looks like sort of a stirrup that you would get on if you were getting on a horse, right? So I'll kind of put this up here. So you'll have malleus, incus, stapes. Sometimes we call this the hammer, anvil, and stirrup. Right there. Okay. All right. So that is that. So I'm going to put that right in where it needs to be. This structure here is going to be called the bony labyrinth. So I don't actually think you even need to know that term, but it is just nice to know that, hey, this thing is called the bony labyrinth. And so this bony labyrinth has three parts, and the three parts are going to be this is going to be the vestibule, right? This is the vestibule, so that long end here, sort of the entrance of the structure. And on top here would be the semicircular canal. So you see them around here, semicircular canals. And the snail-like structure would be the cochlea, right? So the cochlea, vestibule, semicircular canals. Where the stirrup attaches to, it actually attaches to this structure called the oval window. But as you can see here, you can see that it would be oval shaped. If you kind of just sort of see the sort of circumference of that stirrup, it would be oval shaped, but it's sort of blocked the window, right? So what would be, this is a stapes, but up under there would be the oval window, right? But you can't see it. So if we wanted to see it, we can actually see it in this particular model. Right, if I just kind of go to this particular model, and you can see this oval window without the stapes here, right? And then this will be the round window, but you don't need to know that one, so don't worry about that one. So this one is the oval window. Okay. So when we're looking at the structure, the nerve that's coming directly off that cochlea, that nerve is going to be called the cochlear nerve. And you can see that this nerve is going to be coming off of the semicircular canals and vestibules, and that's going to be called the vestibular nerve. So vestibular nerve coming off the vestibule and semicircular canals like this, and the cochlear nerve coming directly off that cochlea. And when they combine together, when they're formed together, these two nerves are going to be called the vestibular cochlear nerve, right? So they're actually singlets for a little while, and then they form to become sort of this dual nerve. Okay, so I think that's it for the ear. If you have any other questions, let me know.